Prime Minister Rama stopped in Lushnia for the accountability tour, from where he said that vetting does not forgive any corrupt prosecutor and judge, while warning that this process will include politicians and businessmen. Farmers are complaining about overstocked markets, disappointed that specialists do not guide them for the crops they should plant. In the Spolat village, 1 kilogram of tomatoes are being sold for just 80 lek. Tomorrow we'll see a triathlon, a sport that combines 3 different disciplines into a single race, take place at Barka Lake. Mayor of Aliyah confirmed that such events place Tirana on the map of tourist destinations in the Balkans. Good evening, it's 6 o'clock on Saturday the 9th of June 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. While France, the Netherlands and Denmark are the 3 remaining states that are still against the opening of Albania's EU negotiations, President Ilir Meta calls for cooperation of political parties in the country to assist in the integration process. I believe that there is every possibility for our country to succeed by receiving a positive message. The Council of European Union member states are in support of the positive recommendation of the European Commission, and for this we all have to engage and work for good. These are the expectations not only of our partners but also of the advisors in the most responsible and cooperative way, outside any conflicting spirit or artificial exclusion, said Ilir Meta. The head of state has refused to comment on the circulating news for the establishment of a centre for former ISIS militants in Albania, but stressed that no one would be allowed to affect national security, especially on the eve of the tourist season. Meta's statements were made in Pustets while the Prime Minister reacted yesterday on the ISIS militant centre in Albania, stating that there is no idea, request, plan or opportunity for such thing. After judges and prosecutors, the next to pass through the vetting process will be politicians and businessmen. This was the announcement made by the head of the government, Edi Rama, during the accountability tour's visit in Lushnia. Rama said justice reform will not stop until the system is cleaned of all those who are corrupt. Many of the complaints we have received are related to court proceedings, and that is why we have pushed hard for justice reform to clean up the system from corrupt prosecutors and judges. Some of them have been dismissed due to their inability to justify their wealth, but do not think that it will end there. The reform will deal with everyone. Next are the politicians and businessmen, said Edi Rama. Regarding employment, the Prime Minister said that by the end of the year, 25,000 people will be hired. He made a further appeal to citizens to denounce all the administration employees who are abusing their positions. Rama presented to the citizens all the reforms undertaken by the government he leads and invited them to use the online platform for any complaint, promising a quick response to the problem they have. The Professional Training Centre of Elbasan has certified 140 young people in several sectors such as culinary, foreign languages, mechanics, hydraulics and electrical engineering. The Socialist Party MP for the district of Elbasan, Talont Bala, states that professional education is one of the major developmental factors for many countries in Europe. Bala also had good news of an agreement between the professional school in Elbasan and that of Milan. Yesterday, I had the opportunity to host in my office in Tirana representatives of the Confederation of Industries in Milan, who are very interested to develop further cooperation with our Elbasan Professional School in terms of both the textile industry and fashion design, confirmed Talont Bala. A few days ago, during the Labour Fair, Prime Minister Edi Rama said in this district there are over 1,500 new jobs for which he invited citizens to apply. About 6,000 farmers have applied to the Agency for Agricultural and Rural Development to benefit from the national support schemes of the state budget. The director of this institute, Frida Kripca, said that this year farmers were also assisted by the students of the Agricultural University of Tirana. During an activity in the farm in Fushkruya, Kripca said that the government will increase human resources to help residents. A new spirit is required, either to be hired by consultants or for yourself to establish a consultancy, said Frida Kripca. According to the Agricultural and Rural Development Agency, in just the first 5 months of 2018, this institute has received 30% more applications from farmers than in 2017, in order to benefit from support schemes. The residents of Spolat village have a close connection with greenhouses. Throughout the year, they take the utmost care to ensure their lands are well kept, cultivating different agricultural crops. This summer has found Spolat with fruitful production, but vegetables are almost free at just 80 lek per kilogram. Tomatoes generally average a price of 130 lek per kilogram. However, this year, the price in the market is 200 lek for one crate containing 25 kilograms, said one of the farmers. Farmers complain that they lack orientation and information from the specialists of the Agricultural Directorate. There are no specialists who come to say what to sow this year or next year, or to sign contracts. They do not even come to look at our plans, said the farmer. Due to an overstocked market, farmers are being forced to throw some vegetables away. By the end of this production, at this price, I am achieving a maximum of 10,000 lek. The only way is to bury them in the ground, as others did, said the farmer. Farmers in the Spolat village say they cannot take back the money they spent. Therefore, they appeal to the government to create the conditions for trading their products. Triathlon merges swimming, cycling and running into a single race, and for the first time ever, one will be held in Albania, with the chosen destination being Farka Lake. Hundreds of athletes, be they professionals or not, will compete tomorrow along a route well defined by the municipality of Tirana, meanwhile promoting the tourist values of the Farka Lake area. For the Mayor of Tirana, Veliaj, the triathlon is a good opportunity to promote various sports as well as tourist attractions across the capital. After organising the Marathon of Tirana for 2 consecutive years and the concerts of Rita Ora and Ermal Meta, there is no doubt as to what these activities bring to our city. They bring tourism and promotion. They raise the name of the city, mark us on important tourist maps, and as a result, we see ourselves mentioned in publications such as The Lonely Planet. All of these are related and are part of a greater strategy. The more activities that take place in Tirana, the more Tirana is mentioned as a tourist destination for the Balkans, explained Erion Veliaj. The Mayor also stressed that sports activities give a boost to economic growth by bringing a large number of visitors. We need to periodically conduct massive sports activities. Last year in Tirana, only from the marathon, we had 3,000 hotel beds booked. Take into account the 3 meals that each person consumes each day. That's an additional 9,000 meals being served daily. There is an economic chain that develops from these activities, added Erion Veliaj. For the well-being of the race, the municipality of Tirana, in cooperation with the municipal police and state police, have taken measures for the diversion of vehicles on June 10, tomorrow, from 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. in some segments of the capital city. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and have a lovely weekend.